Hi everyone, it's Lorica here. So today I'm doing a video in partnership with my friend Evie from Fairy Wren Nest. I'll link all these links below. We are doing something which is called adventure reading. And we got the idea from a tag that was created by Candy from Candy Soul and Soil and her friend Julie from Bookish Travels. And I'll link everything below for you in case you're interested in taking part in this. So the idea is that you take a line or a paragraph from a book that you're currently reading and you send it to your friend, and your friend does the same thing. They send a line from a book that they are reading to you, and then you have to interpret that line and make a video of it. So Evie sent me a beautiful quote from the book that she is reading, which I'm going to read to you. And I had all these ideas because it was such a cool quote that what I want to do with it. But then life kicks in and I'm a little bit under the weather and not feeling 100%. So I thought, well, instead of making it too complicated and not doing it, I'm just going to keep it simple and interpret it more in a different way. So I'm just going to talk about it a little bit and show some things that support what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see where this goes. So let me read the quote. The book is The Secret Garden, and the quote is, "When she had reached the place where the door hid itself under the ivy, she was startled by a curious loud sound. It was the caw-caw of a crow, and it came from the top of the wall. And when she looked up, there sat a big, glossy plumaged blue blackbird looking down at her very wisely indeed." Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness. So you all know I like the crows. I have a thing for the crows and she knows it, so it's the perfect quote for me. So I thought I'm going to share some of the things that I have that relates to crows. So just books and decks of cards, and talk a little bit about them. So I don't know what it is with me and crows, but I just love them. And I love all crows, the whole corvid family. I love them. They're just amazing creatures. So the big ravens and the jackdaws, the magpies is part of the crow family, as well as the blackbirds. So I like all of those birds. Now, where I live now, we moved to the countryside, and we have so many jackdaws here in big family groups. And we feed them every morning, my husband and I, on our balcony. We have walnuts, because crows love walnuts. So I break them up into small little pieces so that everybody gets a piece. And we have a special table and we put it out there, and some mornings they wait for us. When the time changed now, they're a bit confused with the time, but soon enough I know they'll figure it out again. And they just come around and just make their little crowy noises, and then they eat the nuts that we give to them, and off they go and do their day's thing. So I just love watching them because it's such a cool way of getting to know these birds. And this brings me to the first book, which is written by John Marshloof and Tony Angell, and it's called Gifts of the Crow. So it's a really cool book. I've had this book for years now, and I might have talked about this book before, I don't know, but it is a book that is a study of crows and how crows behave. and how they relate to us humans. And it has the most fascinating stories in this book. I've had this book for years now. It's about, how people create relationships with crows, and how clever crows are when they, the image there of this crow trying to get some treat up, a piece of cheese. They're just super clever, really, really clever. They're like, I think they say they have a 2-year-old's development. So yeah, anyway, I so recommend this book. I have read this book. I keep on coming back into it and re-looking at it because, it's good. It's good. So that was an eye-opener for me when I first read that book, and I just really enjoy it. And then another book I got, this one I got from a friend, 2 friends actually, 2 sisters in London, and it is called Crow Moon by Lucy H. Pearce. And it has different writings of people in this book with beautiful illustrations. It's very poetic and with quotes, and it's just a beautiful book about crows, about life changes, about a little bit of darkness when you go into the shadow, and how that affects you, how your life, the changes in a woman's life, all of those kind of things is in this book. And it came with a lovely little bookmark, and they added another bookmark in there for me as well. So it's really beautiful. Yeah. Okay. And then what shall I talk about next? I'll talk about George the Magpie, a memoir by Frida Hughes. And I also got this by the same 2 sisters in London. They are my wonderful book friends who sends me English books from London because, living in Sweden, it's not always that easy to get them. And it's even signed by the copy because the one sister works in a bookshop. So there's the author's signature, which I'm very happy with. And it's a memoir about a lady made friends with a magpie. I haven't read this book because it's on my to-read list for later this year with the reading challenge that I'm doing. When it is, read a book with a animal on the front, and of course the little magpie is there. So I'll read you the flap here, what it says. When George appears in the life of poet and painter Frida Hughes, he is a tiny, belligerent scrap of feathers and bone, the sole survivor of a magpie nest wrecked in a storm. It seems unlikely he will survive the night, and yet he does, growing quickly into an intelligent, unruly companion who enthralls and infuriates his new housemate in equal measure. I'm looking forward to reading it. And the final book I want to talk about is my own. My book called Four Windows. And I wrote it in 2021. And just to show my love for the crows, I've dedicated to the crow birds. And also in here I have a short story for the crows. I don't know exactly where it is in this book. Yeah, there it is. The Crows. It's just a short story about a woman who is driving on a long road in Africa, and her experience on that road. And the crows play a big part in that. So those are the books about the core of the crow, and the connection with the crow, and the crow that catches your eye and just look at you. And when you see that crow looking at you, it's this, you feel there's something there. There's a definite intelligence behind a crow. They're so clever. So I have two, you can say 3 decks that has a crow in it. The first 2 I want to talk about is, and they all come from the same person, MJ Cullinane, who's based in Washington State in the US. And she's the most amazing oracle and tarot creator. And the deck that I love most is called the Urban Crow. This is probably my favorite deck, and I have 2 copies of it. Both of them are from her direct, her indie, as an indie publisher. I didn't buy the mass market because I want to support her. And it has, the backs look like this. I don't know if you can see them. And they are just beautiful, beautiful cards. See, that one says growth and forgiveness. Her artwork is really very special. And this deck is just, it's just a beautiful deck. It's just full of magic and messages, mischief, playfulness. It's raining and it's dark and the crows are just having so much fun in the rain. So I really love this deck. The messages I've gotten from this deck is wonderful. It's so true. And the second deck is the same, but it's just called the Crow Redux, and it's a little mini deck that I can take with me everywhere. And it has this, it's the same cards. It's just that it's just smaller, and I think there might be a couple of new ones that she added into it. Displacement, where the crows mess on the car. Really make a mess on the car because they're upset with the driver. And that's a story that's in that book of what happened with a man and a woman. She apparently fed the crows and he wasn't so happy with that, and he chased them away, and then they messed on his car but not her car. So they're very clever little buggers, aren't they? And the final thing I want to share with the magic is the magical crow tiles that was also made by MJ. And it comes in this beautiful box. And I do tarot readings and card readings, but I never do yes/no readings. I just feel sometimes they're a little bit, I always feel they are just too, life is not black and white. There's so much gray, and to try and ask the cards for a black and white answer, or the universe is just not, it doesn't work like that. But when I saw this deck of tiles, I thought, well, let me see, because I just want to support her. And so the back looks like this, and it's wooden tiles, right? And they each have a message. Whoops. So this answer, if you have a direct question for them, I haven't used it too much because, like I say, I'm not big on the yes/no kind of questions, but they're just beautiful to have. So this says, yes, patience will be required. So if you have a question about a yes or no that you want to try, and then you will receive your desired outcome. Oh, these are very positive ones I'm putting. Oh, the next one. The answer is yes. And then sometimes the answer is no. So it's really cool. Listen to your intuition. You know the answer. So that's the what's in this in the tiles that come with a lovely box. I don't know if she still does them because I think she made them by hand. So it's super, super special, and she literally made these herself. So I think it took a lot of time. So she might have something else if you go to a website. I'll link it so you can check her out. So, so I think this is this is not exactly what I wanted to make, but right now, at this moment in my life, it's all about timing. So I figured I want to make a video because otherwise I don't want to not do it because I'm so excited about this prompt of adventure reading. So I didn't go out on adventure. I feel it was more into the soul adventure. Maybe the next one I will go out somewhere when we do our next round of quotes. Evie's going to publish her video as well today. So with the link below, just head on over and see what she's done. I'm super curious what she's done with my quote. Yes, and please follow her because she's the very kind person with her videos. She really is a good friend. And yeah, I wish for you a wonderful day and thank you for watching. And blessings to you, and have fun with the crows. And as I was talking, a crow just came flying by. So the crows say goodbye as well. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.